A toy drops to the floor. Immediately, a child throws their hands up, screams, and completely melts down. Whether they choose to fight, run away, or shut down, the reaction is sudden and absolute. In that high-stress moment, parents often wonder if they are witnessing a temporary phase, an intentional act of misbehavior, or even a personal failure in their parenting. These reactions stem directly from a foundational biological blueprint. The first factor in that blueprint is genetics. A child's DNA dictates their natural temperament, their sensory sensitivities, and exactly how quickly their internal alarm bells trigger. The second factor is their environment. This covers the dynamics of the family, sudden shifts in daily routines, and the background household stressors they absorb every single day. Together, these two forces establish what is known as a child's window of tolerance, their distinct personal capacity to handle pressure before they lose control. Yet, even with the most favorable genetics and a perfectly calm environment, meltdowns remain inevitable. A child's internal regulatory system is simply incomplete. To understand why this happens, look at human brain development. Our brains build directionally, starting from the back and moving slowly toward the front, and from the inside out. Deep in the center is the amygdala, an older, survival-driven control center. The amygdala acts as a threat detector, triggering immediate reactions. Its counterbalance is the prefrontal cortex, the brain's reasoning center. If the amygdala applies the gas, the prefrontal cortex applies the brakes. But this logical center doesn't fully mature until age 25. This uneven timeline leaves young children in a highly vulnerable position. They are operating with a highly sensitive biological alarm system, but they have absolutely no functional brakes. In a high-stress moment, the brain hardware required for rational thought simply isn't there yet. Psychiatrist Dr. Dan Siegel developed a practical way to visualize this breakdown using a hand model called flipping the lid. If you fold your thumb into your palm and wrap your fingers over the top, you have a physical map of the brain. The hidden thumb is the emotional amygdala. The fingers represent the prefrontal cortex, acting as a lid to keep those raw emotions safely contained. When environmental stress overwhelms a child's window of tolerance, the alarm sounds. The rational fingers fly open and go entirely offline. Once that lid is flipped, the child is hijacked by their survival instincts. In this state, processing logic, listening to reason, or following verbal instructions becomes physically impossible. If a child with a flipped lid has no internal control center, how can you break the cycle of dysregulation? You rely on a biological workaround. Because their brain cannot apply the brakes, their immediate environment must step in. You have to act as their temporary, external prefrontal cortex. The primary mechanism for doing this is a process called parental modeling. Children constantly absorb and mirror the cues around them. By maintaining an actively calm nervous system, a parent can physically de-escalate a child's highly stressed one. To apply this, you must visibly and vocally narrate your own emotional regulation strategies in real time. Instead of directing your child to calm down, you state your physical reality out loud. You say, "I feel frustrated right now, so I am going to take a deep breath." Or, "I am feeling overwhelmed, so I am going to walk away for 5 minutes." By acting as the external brain, parents do more than survive a tantrum. They provide the biological scaffolding for a child to eventually regulate themselves.